Happy Monday! What better way to start off your morning than watching me rank some breakfast cereals? Welcome to episode 41 of The Master List, the series where my goal is to rank as many food and drinks as possible. Today we're ranking breakfast cereals and we have 8 different flavors. First up, starting in General Mills territory, Honey Nut Cheerios. That's a strong start. I used to eat cereal a lot more when I was a kid, not so much anymore, but I really enjoyed it back in the day, so these scores may be a bit high. Regular cherries are meh, but these are much better. They're a lot sweeter from the honey, and you do get a slight nuttiness. 8.5. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon sugar is one of my favorite types of flavors. There's a nice crunch in those pieces, and the leftover milk is just a bonus at the end. 9.3. Lucky Charms. The marshmallow bits are fantastic, but the toasted cereal is pretty flavorless in there, and there's a vast majority of that inside. 7.6. Captain Crunch. I think this is the only Quaker Oats Company product we have here today. Another great selection here. The pieces taste sweet, buttery, maybe a hint of vanilla. Just be careful for the roof of your mouth though. 8.8. Kellogg's time. Fruit Loops. Nothing too crazy there. You get that artificial fruit flavoring, there is a nice crunch, but all of these are just filled with sugar, so they're still good. 7.9. Apple Jacks. Where's my 1% milk gang at? The texture of those are pretty similar to Fruit Loops, but the fruit here obviously being apple, there's a lot of cinnamon flavor there, which I enjoy. 8.2. Raisin Bran Crunch. When you hear the words bran and raisins, you do think it's going to be healthy, but it's still loaded with sugar and super sweet. And it still tastes really good. I especially enjoy the oat clusters in there. If you're a Lucky Charms fan, you may be upset by this, but that's an 8.0. Last up, Frosted Flakes. Look, I know they're basic. They're cornflakes with a ton of sugar dusted on top. I don't know if it's the nostalgia talking or what, but those are really good to me today. That's a 9.0. That concludes today's episode of The Master List. You can find today's rankings in the Snacks tab under the cereal header. It feels like there's a million different varieties of cereal out there, so let me know which ones you want me to try next. As always, today's best of the bunch gets an extra bite, and that was Cinnamon Toast Crunch with a score of 9.3. This is just a soggy mess at this point, but the show must go on.